Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today we're here with my aunt, Christine, and we're going to be answering a couple questions for you. So let's get started.
All right.
Yeah, ready?
Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm here. I'm a school principal, and I talk about Tristan to my kids at my school all the time, and to the other teachers there, because I have lots of kids who are interested in YouTube and interested in maybe careers in computers and in online things. And the teachers too are kind of interested in, I call you a social influencer. I don't know if you agree with that.
It's funny how I've never called myself that, but people do say I don't.
People meet you on the street and they know you,
right?
And
so
they recognize your face
from social media. So that makes sense.
Yeah. So I thought I'd ask some questions and talk about just to get the kids think about how someone like you who found something that they enjoyed and that they collected and became passionate about, and not only just the collecting of the Funko Pops, but also just the making of the videos is a huge thing, right?
Right.
And how that's kind of changed your life in a way, right?
In a way it has, yeah.
So I wanted to ask for their benefit, like, how did you get started?
Sure. So I got started with YouTube back when we had a couple of the figures. So I had watched people on YouTube and thought that they were, pretty neat, and that I saw other people, actually the channel Nerd Therapy, who I've talked to before, they have done videos for as long as I can remember. They're kind of what got me into, the whole YouTube with Funko. And when I saw their videos, I thought, oh, I could try this out. So we had we got like a haul of a couple from Hot Topic or something, and we showed them all off on the channel. It was really awkward, but it was really fun at the same time. So yeah, it's kind of like Funko and YouTube kind of came together at the same time. Us doing videos, but also doing learning how to edit and stuff together. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So why did you like collecting? What was it about collecting?
I liked collecting just because of the variety of figures. I remember I used to, when we first started, I don't know if you were here for this, but I would make a slideshow of all the figures I wanted, and I would make people sit there and watch them. It would be like 30 different ones, and they would just sit there, and I'm like, oh, it's repeating, and they've already been repeating twice because they're not really paying attention. But yeah, it was kind of because of the variety of figures, and there would be Rush to, I don't know, Disney's Aladdin and stuff like that. They have so many different figures that there's really not something that someone isn't a fan of. So you can.
Were there other kids kind of doing it at school, or was it more online that you're kind of connecting with other people who collected? Did that matter? Or?
Well, to be honest, it kind of started with just me collecting them, and then people seeing me collect them, so they liked them as well. Right. My friend Derek, he has a couple Marvel ones. I don't know if he's had them, because I haven't known him for the longest time, but he has gotten more figures because of me. We even did a video together, and he grabbed a couple. But yeah, it's more so people, like the channel, and then also are like, hey, why don't I pick up a couple as well? Or people will start to send me photos of Pops in random places. I'm like, I know, I've seen that. Yeah. But it is fun, yeah. So
I do that.
a couple times. But it is helpful too, though, because sometimes I don't know. But yeah, it's been mostly I started collecting, and then people started collecting because of me.
Cool.
Yeah.
I actually have a few myself because of Tristan. All right. So you make a video every day. How do you keep your passion for making those videos? How do you keep that going?
Well, we like to find a new topic every day, which is nice. So when we're doing videos, I like to find out what's coming out with Funko, whether it be San Diego Comic-Con or Toy Fair, or the next convention that's even local to me, such as Niagara Falls Comic-Con. We did some fun videos there. But it's good to look ahead and see what's coming up, and then maybe thinking of fun things you can do in the videos. Like, for example, we did the Office video recently. We tried to make it in the style of The Office. Thanks! We tried to make it in the style of The Office. So we would add in little cuts of us, doing interviews, and then, doing jokes like they did in The Office. Instead of just going around and looking for the figures, we try to make it like an episode.
Yeah, very cool. What has collecting Pops done for you, or making the videos? What's it done for you? What's it done for your family? Is it, done anything for your friends?
Well, it's opened up opportunities for sure, because without Funko Pops, I wouldn't have ever learned how to edit, film, even create a story in a way, because you have to start with saying where you're going to go, then you show off where you're going, and then in the end you kind of wrap it up with what you picked up. That's especially with pop hunts. But I would say, yeah, it's taught me how to video edit, and then with the family and stuff like that, we have gone on vacations just because of Funko Pops. And it's because of the YouTube channel. So Funko kind of started, and then it took into the YouTube channel, and then taking into us going like to, I don't know, like New York, just to go to Toy Fair, Comic-Con, and other places like that. So I'd say it's kind of built from Pops to create a whole kind of lifestyle in a way, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's done a lot. And what about things like, have you had to give up anything because of this? Like, you literally make a video every day.
Right.
You're probably thinking about those videos all the time. So what have you had to kind of give up, if anything?
Giving up stuff. It's been probably time more so. So like if a friend wants to do something, I'll most likely go. It'll just maybe the video will be a little rushed that day. You guys can probably notice that too. But for the most part, it's doing stuff out and about. I mean, here's the thing. I still hang out with friends. I still, do what I like. Here's the thing. This is also another thing. What I liked doing before was Funko Pops. I really just added me filming when I go around. Sure, we go more now because I, like Funko Pops, but that's kind of the thing that I'd want to be doing anyways. So me doing Funko Pops is really just the added bonus of filming and then showing it off to everybody and maybe monetizing it so I can get more.
And you kind of make it the fun you have with a lot of your friends, would I be right to say? Like,
yeah.
If you're going somewhere, you might somehow build it in to that with your friends, or I don't know.
A good example of that one I would say is probably, it wasn't with friends, but it was with family when we went on our Disney vacation.
Right.
We were going just as a family, we go all the time, but I thought, why not film it, show it off, but then also see if I can find Funko Pops. So there were a couple exclusives that were going to be there, so I thought, why don't we do our normal day, but then base it off of that exclusive. So we'll say, we're going to get the Rocket Raccoon later that day. Let's, maybe look at some stuff from Guardians of the Galaxy. Then when we find the figure, we, kind of structure it in a way where it's like, we're still having fun on vacation. I'm not taking away from that, but I'm having fun throughout the day filming.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So do you find anybody gets kind of tired of it, or do you ever get tired of it, or...
I mean, yes, there is lots of people that are probably like, oh, he's talking about Pops again. But then there's also people that are really interested to find out. Like you heard downstairs, Luca, he was calling me about something about him and his girlfriend were having a debate on something about with my Pops. So they're talking about it on the side without me even being there, right? Because it's a fun topic to talk about how I started with like Sheldon Cooper. Where is he? I know he's in here somewhere. Let me grab him real quick, actually. I started with this Sheldon Cooper right here.
Right.
This is the original one. I actually have a second one now. Someone sent me one with a box because I remember we had about 10 of them and we didn't have a box. But it started with this to then turn into, me doing all this other stuff. So I wouldn't say people get tired of it as much, but it's more like it's overwhelming with how much stuff we do. So it's kind of like for someone to see this for the first time, it might be a little overwhelming, not so much tiring, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, I remember I once asked you about Funko Pops, and I sort of said, well, won't it kind of die out the way Beanie Babies did? And do you remember me asking you that?
I do.
I do
remember
your answer, which was really good.
I do remember what you said, or what I said too. It was that Beanie Babies they were great. I actually have a couple, and I think they were cool. That's something that I would collect. Like, I used to collect Webkins, so I know I've collected stuffed animals before. There's actually a toy chest of Webkins right over there, so I refuse to get rid of them. I had so many that 6 of them were named Liz. Anyways, that's not the point. But I think Beanie Babies are very different from Funko Pops because Beanie Babies were a bear, a whale, a fox. Like, they're all different animals, not so much different licenses. Actually, they're doing better with that now with Beanie Boos. They're starting to license them out. I just saw a Peppa one.
Right.
They did Peppa Pig and all this, and they'll make plushes for that. But with Funko Pops, they've been around Funko's been around since 1995, right? So they've been picking up different licenses whenever they can. They just got The Office. They're working, like they do Marvel, Jaws. They make their own figures as well, which people love, the Freddy Funko figures. Even the Big Bang Theory. So having different licenses, and their figures too, they're not so much plush, they're easier to display. I think that really helps them out as a company.
I know for myself, I like the hockey players,
Right.
so I kind of, now I realize what you're saying. Like, it's so many things that if you're interested in something, there's a chance that there's Funko Pops
Oh, for
about
sure.
that. Like, there's hockey players, basketball players. Like, I've got Dr. Seuss, because
Yeah.
he's a children's author, so fun. Okay. How would you say your collecting and video making has influenced or changed what you hope to do in your future?
Okay. Well, it's funny you say that, because I'm actually doing my video production course right now. We started that. I'm doing it with Toronto Film School, and this was all because of the videos, really. If I wouldn't have wanted to... We used to film, by the way, on a monopod that we would tape to my bed, and it would sit there, and it would just kind of like lean a little bit, and there'd be a table, we'd have mugs.
Right.
You've probably seen the first video. But yeah, it started off from me doing that to now going into film school, wanting to do stuff with it. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with film school, but I know it's something in that field, and me doing the YouTube channel and then going to Toronto Film School, I'm sure could help me go towards a job eventually. I mean, at the moment I don't want to go off YouTube, but it really has helped me with Funko Pops. Again, starting from this guy right here all the way up to now at film school is a big jump, but over the course of 4 years, it's pretty wild.
Very cool. Very cool. So what would you say? I work with kids, as you know,
Right.
and a lot of them are interested in this kind of maybe future for themselves,
Right.
or in all kinds of different things. But what would you say to kids who have a passion for something, and even if they don't, get support from other folks,
Right.
do you have sort of advice for them, or?
I would say follow your passions, even though it's not everybody would be supportive, or they're like, why are you doing this? That's kind of how it started with the YouTube channel. I would be collecting these figures and not be getting anything out of them. I remember I had them in my closet, and I had like maybe 30, and then people were like, oh, why are you collecting these? It's a waste of money. But then it turned into me with one shelf, and then we started filming them, and then people realized that people actually liked seeing these types of videos, and it just kind of built up from there. So you started with almost nothing, I would say, like a camera that my mom used to take photos on, and a shelf with a couple figures on it, turned into one of the biggest Funko channels there is on YouTube, besides pretty much the company. So I think that's pretty neat to go from almost the bottom to pretty much the biggest it could be with Funko, which is pretty cool. Well, on YouTube anyway.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I have kids, or I've met kids, know kids who watch your videos, and they feel like you're almost like a friend of theirs,
Right.
and they just, it's a relaxing part of their day to maybe come home and watch you in video. How does that make you feel, Liza?
Well, it's pretty I don't know, pretty insane to think about it that way, because when you think about me making videos, I'm pretty much just in my room every time. And sometimes I don't leave my room for a couple of days because I'm filming videos in here, working with boxes and unboxing and stuff like that, just because of how busy it gets with videos. And I think it's funny that it's one thing that I noticed. I was actually looking up where the most viewed locations is in the world, and it's California. It's not even like near here
Really?
with like friends and family.
Not even in Canada.
No, it's not even Canada. I think it's like
Not even
Canada, UK. No, it's United States, Canada, then the United Kingdom, which I think is, yeah, something like that. But yeah, it's really wild that it's not even where I live.
Right,
like most
right.
people don't watch from around here. But yeah, it's really crazy to think about it. And when you don't really think about it that much until you go to like, I don't know, like when we went to New York Comic Con, we had maybe 100 people come up to us, and I never thought that many people would come up to me saying, "Hey, Tristan, I watch your videos." And I'm like, "Oh, hi, I don't know you, but you know me." And it's just kind of funny because they all know me from the videos.
Right.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was a bit of a different one. I like doing these types of videos.
It's fun for me.
Yeah. And she wanted to come on and do some questions because, a lot of people near you had questions, and I thought we'd answer some of them because we did a Q&A a little while ago, but it was more so you guys asked questions about Pops and maybe, I don't know, even more so like what I like collecting, not so much how I started and where it all started from. So I thought this would be fun to do, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more from me in the future, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that. But this has been another episode of Top Pops Popsters. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Okay, just wanted to say a quick hi to everybody there at Forest Park.
Hi.